Kaku, you're talking my language here. And he said, yes, Patricia, the physicists are starting to realize that you guys have got it right.
That is wonderful.
Yeah.
Yes, they are starting to be able to prove now that there is mass and energy that they can't sort of put to this dimension. It's happening, must be happening somewhere else.
Well, yeah,
we can prove that.
Right, and the scientists are still saying that wouldn't fit into the laws of physics.
Yeah.
But scientists like Kaku, who is considered the new Einstein, are saying it doesn't fit into the laws of physics as we understand them from our perspective. Yay! Yay, yay! So the Syrians say that when these two stars ascended, everything that's in the star system goes too. But for some galactic dynamic, this planet Nibiru couldn't get through. It didn't make it. Possibly because of its karma, possibly because of the way the planets were aligned when this star was moving out of the dimension. It's pretty huge to imagine. It didn't make it. And because of the galactic dynamics that were happening, it got sort of catapulted out of the process, went ricocheting through the stellar network of Sirius and was captured by the magnetic pull of our star, Ra, which is let's say, probably, I think the closest star to Sirius.
Okay.
Okay, so it got pulled into our system, but it was, because of the dynamics of that passage, it couldn't hold the vibration. It wasn't in a proper orbit, and it got pulled, ricocheted back out, and that's what's happening. This planet Nibiru is passing through space, the dark night of space, going back and forth from Sirius A to our solar system, and then back out again.
Is it inhabited by any nasty ETs, in particular the reptilians? What is the connection with that?
The connection is that in the inner world of this planet, this is where many civilizations go in underground, like we have on Earth.
Yeah.
When things, or atmospheric conditions, or stellar or solar galactic conditions create an environment that they can no longer be surface residents, a term that the Syrians use a lot. They went inner. They exist in a dying, pretty much dying civilization in the inner world of this planet. And as they go careening through space, which is pretty hard for us to imagine, when they enter the different solar systems, they gather resources that catapult, that keep them alive for a certain trajectory through this space travel, let's say. And people ask me, well, are these the bad guys, the Anunnaki? And I like to always say, for starters, as long as we keep seeing bad and good, we are never going to evolve. So these guys, they're just trying to survive. It's misguided from our value system. But what they're doing, the Anunnaki are the warriors of this planet, of Nibiru. How they came to Earth and got involved in Earth affairs, I'll discuss in a minute. But basically, the Anunnaki are the warriors of Nibiru, and in their blindness, what they really are doing, I believe, is trying to save that civilization. And in order to save it, they've got to bring Earth down to a very low vibration, because they want to reach resonance with our planet. You know about resonance?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so they believe, according again to the Syrians, that if they can hook like a lasso, if they can lasso the planet Earth, they can pull themselves energetically into orbit so that they can make it through with us. And this is how the DNA got shut down. Am I losing you?
No, not at all. Very interesting.
Okay. The Anunnaki, or the Nibiruans, threw an electromagnetic grid around our planet.
Okay.
And this has been referred to often, the electromagnetic grid, but we talk about it in kind of ambiguous terms.
The schism that was that happened. Yes.
They threw an electromagnetic, masters of technology, I might add, as we see in our own society evolving.
Was that the destruction of Atlantis when that happened?
Absolutely.
Okay. Right, I'm with you now.
They threw this grid around the planet. The grid scattered the DNA within us. It was deliberate. They took us down to 2 strands, which was minimum for us to survive, with their intention to survive as a slave force. But we do great work with just 2 strands of DNA, because as beings of immense light, even with 2 strands of DNA, we look at us.
Yeah.
People often say to me, you know, we're captured in this 2-stranded limitation, I go, I don't feel limited. I feel limitless. So again, it's that question of if 2 is good, 4 is 10. I've got people saying, I've got 144 strands of DNA illuminated. Okay, how are you holding on to planet Earth with all that light? So we've got to watch out for the human ego.
Tell me, is Nibiru coming around anytime soon? There's a lot of people who are standing up and talking about and connecting it to 2012. What, in your humble opinion, is the sort of forecast in that direction?
Nibiru is midway. It's not going to make it. It's not coming anywhere near our solar system at this time. It's midway through, and again, I would invite people to read the books because it's very articulated, particularly in my second book, which is called Atlantis Rising, The Struggle of Darkness and Light. It articulates the cyclical timing, the events that occur when Nibiru is in and out, with great detail. More detail than I'd like to go into now because it's pretty complicated.
Yeah, don't worry, I'll get the book.
I'll send you the book.
I want the autograph, please.
But the point is that 2012 has nothing to do with Nibiru.
What is your opinion on 2012? Do you think it's just a